final season tomorrow.
Now at 5, the Thanksgiving travel rush is officially underway. What you need to know before you hit the roads or the airport.
Another attempted home burglary in the San Fernando Valley. The terrified resident who hid as 2 masked suspects forced their way in. The famous name associated with the house.
And happening this hour, a candlelight vigil honoring Alhambra officer Alex Sanders, the 28-year-old tragically killed in the line of duty during a police pursuit. The KTLA 5 News at 5 starts right now. This is a KTLA 5 News at 5. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Micah Ullman. Thank you for joining us. First here at 5 o'clock, the Thanksgiving travel rush is on, and the roads are already filling up across Southern California.
This is one of the busiest travel weeks in 15 years, and whether you're flying or driving, you're definitely not alone. KTLA's Jillian Smuckler is live in Drive 5. She's been doing circles around L.A. and checking out the traffic for us. Hi, Jillian.
Hi, Cher. Yeah, we have been doing circles. You know, I mean, what do you expect? We're in LA, the 405 last hour, of course, it's bumper to bumper. And then you factor in, of course, the holiday travel rush, and it was just as we expected. It was more like a parking lot, but we have switched our location. Let's take a look here right now. We are now on the 101. We are headed south toward the Cahuenga Pass, and there's heavy pockets of traffic. And AAA says it's only going to build from here. You can see we are moving. It's really touch and go. Right now, we're going about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So slow, but I wouldn't say it's much more than what we typically see at this time. But regardless, AAA says they are expecting 1.3 million more drivers on the roads than last year, pushing total car travelers to at least 73 million nationwide. Now, of course, the 101 isn't the only place seeing a lot of traffic. Take a look from overhead. This is Sky 5 flying over the interchange of the 405 and the 10. And again, you could see looks more like a parking lot this hour. It is 5 o'clock during the weekday, but a lot of people, you know, hitting the road early to leave town. If you're not heading out until tomorrow, though, keep in mind Google Maps predicts traffic will be 14% heavier than usual between 10 in the morning to 4 p.m., with the worst of it expected between 1 and 3 o'clock. On Thanksgiving Day itself, the roads will be busiest from noon to 3, but it's going to be significantly less than what we see today and tomorrow. Now, we did speak with several drivers in Los Angeles who say the traffic is really what's keeping them from leaving home this Thanksgiving.
Traffic, really. Believe me, oh no, it's awful. And really, you don't really want to travel too much in LA.
A lot of traffic, a lot of just busyness, chaos.
I do this every year. I don't travel. I stay home.
Leave the day of, hit Frog's Bakery for some yummy treats, and then get on the road.
And if you're heading to the airport, take a live look at LAX. You can see traffic already building. The TSA, they expect today to actually be the busiest flying day of the entire Thanksgiving travel period, with more than 17 million people screened nationwide between now and next Tuesday. This comes, of course, as the FAA lifts last week's flight restrictions and prepares for its busiest Thanksgiving travel period in 15 years. Again, back out here live on the 101. Traffic is moving, very touch and go, but whether you're hitting the roads or the skies, the message is really the same. Obviously, go as early as you can and just expect it to be crowded. I mean, it's Los Angeles. We know there's always traffic. It doesn't matter what time it is. So it's nothing new, just a little bit more than normal. But we'll send it back to you in Hollywood.
Jillian's like, you guys got this, right?
Yeah.
No big deal. We know it's up.
Yeah.
We know the drill.
Just keeping it real, Jillian.
Familiar diet, right? Yeah.
Exactly. She's so right. She's so right.
Yep.
It's LA, it's traffic. And with the traffic, you also get this beautiful sunset. This is what we get here in Southern California. Look at this stunning view. You saw those colors from Los Angeles International. My goodness, they were so stunning. Those yellows, my goodness. Here's a look at those weather headlines. We're going to be looking at mostly clear skies. They're going to continue as we see this weak offshore flow pattern over the next couple of days. The temperatures are going to warm up slightly. They are going to peak tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our warmest day. The clouds are going to return on Thursday, and even though the numbers are going to drop a little bit, it's not going to be be a huge drop. It'll drop maybe 2 to 3 degrees. And by that same token, they're going to go up tomorrow about 2 to 4 degrees, especially, you know, if you happen to be inland. As we take a look at the conditions for Thursday, it's also going to be a lot cloudier. And as I mentioned, the temperatures are going to drop slightly. And then as we head into the weekend, you are going to feel a more significant change in that weather pattern. We do have a trophy system coming through. However, at this point, we don't have a lot of model agreement. It may traverse over the continent. And when that happens, it dries out the system. So what we're going to be looking at are going to be clouds and definitely cooler temperatures. The rest of the forecast and more details coming up shortly. Back to you guys for now.
Okay, Vera, thanks. A terrifying home invasion, this time in Studio City, with a woman hiding upstairs as it happened.
Authorities are now trying to learn if the would-be thieves targeted the home because of its high-profile owners. Jacqueline Sarkeesian is live in Studio City with the very latest. Jacqueline?
Hi there. Yes, we're still waiting to get an update from LAPD to see if there is a connection between who these people are and those suspects, if they knew who the homeowners are. Property records show that the home belongs to the parents of music producer Benny Blanco, which would also be the in-laws of Selena Gomez. It's believed that the mother was hiding in the bathroom as this break-in was taking place.
Hey, say you? The police department?
A terrifying moment for the mother of music producer Benny Blanco.
She's upstairs.
Just after 9:15 Monday night, LAPD responded to the 4100 block of Shady Glade Avenue in Studio City for what they're calling a hot prowl burglary, meaning someone was inside the home as the break-in was happening.
Hey, just close your door. Stay in your room, okay?
That break-in forcing the homeowner to barricade herself in a bathroom and call 911 while she heard the suspects entering through a sliding glass door that they shattered.
The lady that lives there did a phenomenal job. She did a great job.
Louis Perry has worked in security for nearly 5 decades. He says Benny Blanco's mother likely saved her own life through quick thinking.
She was on point. One, she went and hid herself in a bathroom. But before that, she was smart enough to have a phone with her. She dialed 911. And that was the perfect scenario. She didn't get hurt. She didn't lose anything.
For the victim, the night was traumatizing, and that fear is now spreading through the neighborhood, with many residents rethinking their own safety.
Obviously, this is a couple blocks from our house, so sad to hear that it keeps happening.
Robert Wallendorf is one of the neighbors, and we spoke with him as he was out walking his dog, a dog he says they got specifically to feel safer.
We actually got him because my wife, had there were a couple of break-ins. I think there's been a few homes that have been broken into multiple times.
Okay.
So my wife really wanted a big dog.
Wallendorf, along with many others, say the neighborhood has changed a lot and not for the better.
I hope that this is the last time for her and anyone else that's been hit in the neighborhood.
I think it's a shame, right? This is a nice neighborhood, and it seems like once a month you hear the helicopters, over. And it's like, all right, what happened now?
So far, no arrests have been made. It's unknown if anything was taken. Thankfully, the mother was not hurt. Reporting from Studio City, Jacqueline Sarkeesian, KTLA 5 News.
Jacqueline, thank you. The LAPD is pushing back on what it calls misinformation surrounding the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose body was found in the car of R&B singer David in September. LAPD investigators now say Rivas's body was not frozen or decapitated when she was discovered, contradicting claims which have circulated. Detectives also say David traveled to the Santa Barbara area last spring, but the reason for the trip is still under investigation. The LAPD says a court order to seal medical examiner records was requested only to ensure detectives received critical details before they became public.
The city of Santa Monica has ordered self-driving taxi service Waymo to stop overnight charging because of noise complaints. The company has 2 facilities on Broadway near Euclid Street. Neighbors have complained since the facilities opened last year. They say their noise is happening at all hours of the day and night when the cars back up. Last Tuesday, the city council ordered Waymo to stop nighttime operations between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. or face a possible lawsuit. In a statement, Waymo says, we are committed to continuing to operate and invest in the city. We've been engaging with the city since day one of our operations, and we are committed to working with them to be responsive to our neighbors. In response to neighbors' feedback, we adjusted our operations at the site and will continue to seek community input.
A peace deal to end the Russia-Ukraine war is gaining new momentum tonight.
The White House says Ukraine has agreed to a U.S.-backed plan with just minor details to be sorted out. Samantha Cortese live with the details. Sam.
Hi, Micah and Cher. The president said today he wants this war to end and the killing to stop. So he is sending top officials to negotiate with the Russians and Ukrainians, who have each agreed to different frameworks for a peace plan.
It's not easy, but I don't know. I think we're going to get there.
While at the annual White House turkey pardoning ahead of Thanksgiving, President Trump said Ukraine and Russia are on the verge of a peace deal brokered by the United States.
In the last month, 25,000 soldiers have died. So I think we're getting very close to a deal. We'll find out.
This morning, Russia launched a wave of attacks on Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. And while the war continues, so do negotiations. President Trump confirmed Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow. And at the same time, Secretary of the Army Dan Driscoll will be meeting with the Ukrainians.
We are ready to move forward together.
The U.S. initially proposed a 28-point plan, which required Ukraine to hand over some territory and reduce its army. It also required Europe to agree Ukraine will never be admitted to NATO. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said talks in Geneva over the weekend led to new terms, but did not disclose details.
I'm ready to meet with President Trump. There are sensitive points to discuss. We have them still. And we think that the presence of European leaders could be helpful.
He's ready to meet with President Trump, but on Truth Social, the president essentially denied that request, saying he will not meet with Zelensky or Russian President Putin until the deal is final. In the newsroom, Samantha Cortese, KTLA 5 News.
Sam, thank you. Still ahead on the KTLA 5 News at 5. We have more of your top stories.
Plus, we'll